and Shalom. First and foremost, to give all the honor, glory, and praise unto Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rakak Badash. Double honors and respect to the elders and to the apostles of Great Millstone. Peace and blessing to all Akim that are preaching and teaching this word with 100% truth and sincerity. And unto the men, women, and children that are listening and learning. And unto the Bayat, the Dawadah, the elect house of David, that is scattered abroad, I give you my utmost and sincere salutations. Alright, so this is going to be part 2 to my Sunday camp video of a wise king versus an unwise king. Since I wasn't able to finish because it got too dark that night, I'm going to start off with Sirach. It's going to be chapter 10. Sirach chapter 10. Sirach chapter 10, verse 1. And it says, a wise judge will instruct his people, and the government of a prudent man is well ordered. Okay? So a wise king will instruct his people, and the government of a prudent man, the body, the government, when you break down the word government, it's government means control and man means mind. But in this sense, in the righteous way, a government of a prudent man is well ordered. So things will be in order. Things will be like clockwork, doing things honesty and in a righteous manner. Okay? And that's what a wise king does. He instructs his people. He leads them. In verse 2 it says, as the judge of the people is himself, so are his officers. And what manner of man the ruler of the city is, such are all they that dwell therein. Okay? So, as a king, you are also a judge. And so are your officers. And what manner of ruler, and the man of the ruler of the city is. So, basically, you practice what you preach, you lead by example. And those under you, they will follow you and do the same. The men that are under you. Okay? And also, a king is not only a ruler of his people, but he's also a servant of his people as well. Because why? He takes care of them. He makes sure that his people are going to be all right. He puts his people's cares and needs before anybody else's. So a king is not only a ruler to his people, but also he serves his people too. Verse 3, and it says, an unwise king destroyeth his people. Okay, an unwise king destroyeth his people. But through the prudence of them which are in authority, the city shall be inhabited. So an unwise king destroyeth his people. Okay, so, and we're under the rule of an unwise king, because you can see with all the lies, deceit, and everything that he's been doing since he's been in rulership, he's been doing nothing but oppressing the people, not just here, but all around the earth. Okay? I'm going to drop down to verse 8. And it says, because of unrighteous dealings, injuries, and riches got by deceit, the kingdom is translated from one people to another. And we can see that right before our eyes if you've been keeping your eyes open with what's going on out there. Esau, Edom is slowly but surely losing his grip, his power. Okay? His currency is losing its value. His soldiers are running thin, being left behind. And just all around the economy. The imports, exports, the production, it's slowly but surely just falling apart. America is falling apart. Babylon is done. So translated from one people to another. So another nation of people are to come into rulership. China thinks they got next, but no. Moab, no. It's not you. Verse 9, why is earth and ashes proud? there is not a more wicked thing than a covetous man. For such an one setteth his own soul to sale, because while he liveth, he cast away his bowels. Okay? Verse 10, the physician cutteth off a long disease, and he that is today a king, tomorrow shall die. So, Esau Edom was only but a king for a moment, for a temporary time. Okay? He can't escape his judgment. And, like I said in the earlier script in verse 9, there's nothing more wicked than a covetous man, a man who desires the possessions of another. And he's willing to steal, kill, rape, rob, and murder, for it. Okay? And, Esau was willing to sell his soul for the riches and power, just to rule. What are you to gain if you sell your own soul? For what? Verse 11, for when a man is dead, he shall inherit creeping things, beasts, and worms. So your corpse, just rotting away, beaten, eaten alive by maggots, worms, all little creepy crawlies of such. And beasts, if you haven't been buried. Verse 12, the beginning of pride is when one departeth from the Most High, and his heart is turned away from his Maker. And that's the majority of our people. 2/3 of Israel are prideful. They don't believe in Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai. They believe in the ways of this world, the ways of the heathen. That's no way at all. Verse 13, it says, for pride is the beginning of sin, and he that hath it shall pour out abomination. And therefore the Lord brought upon them strange calamities, and overthrew them utterly. So every kingdom that's been in rulership and has poured out strange abominations, or any kingdom that was prideful and thought they were too powerful or too good, the Lord had to humble them. Verse 14, the Lord hath cast down the thrones of proud princes, and set up the meek in their stead. Like I said before, pride will cease, humility will increase. Verse 15, and the meek shall inherit the earth, roughly paraphrasing. Verse 15, the Lord hath plucked up the roots of the proud nations, and planted the lowly in their place. Okay, so these nations that are over us, these prideful nations, they will be replaced with us. Okay, give me a second. Salakia. Just had to close my door. But yes, so these prideful nations, their time in rulership will be replaced by us, the Israelites. It'll be our time to rule. The elect, Lord willing, that we're a part of that number. Verse 16. The Lord overthrew countries of the heathen, and destroyed them to the foundations of the earth. Okay? He took some of them away, and destroyed them, and hath made their memorial to cease from the earth. Verse 18, pride was not made for men, nor furious anger for them that are born of women. Verse 19, they that fear the Lord are a sure seed, and they that love him an honorable plant. But they that regard not the law are a dishonorable seed. They that transgress the commandments are a deceivable seed. Okay, one vessel unto honor and another unto dishonor, right? The righteous and the wicked. And some, a lot of these heathen nations from the ancient times, the Lord had, really just utterly put them through hell. as the scriptures say, Exodus 15:3, the Lord is a man of war. Yahweh is his name. Okay, I'm going to get a Wisdom of Solomon here. Chapter 6, verse 24. And it says here, Wisdom of Solomon 6:24. But the multitude of the wise is the welfare of the world, and a wise king is the upholding of the people. 25. Receive therefore instruction through my words, and it shall do you good. So the multitude of the wise is the welfare of the world. Okay? Basically, the wise rule the world, control the world. Okay? They run things, and the wise king is the upholding of the people. Okay, when you have a wise king in power, he's the one that keeps things going. But since we have an unwise king, these people are just starting to lose faith, give up, rebel, and go about doing things their own way. Okay, a wise king keeps his people in check, but an unwise king doesn't. Okay, this is going to be Proverbs. Proverbs chapter 10. Proverbs 10 and 13. In the lips of him that hath understanding, wisdom is found, but a rod is for the back of him that is void of understanding. Okay? So in the lips of him that hath understanding, wisdom is found. But the rod is for the back of him that is void of understanding. So for those that lack any type of sense, they're set up for punishment, judgment. But for those that have wisdom, they can avoid that. Okay? So if we are truly wise kings, wisdom, man, that, let me see something. Let's see. Let's see. Bear with me one moment here. Proverbs 11 and 19. Actually, I'll start at 18. The wicked worketh a deceitful work, but to him that soweth righteousness shall be a sure reward. 19. As righteousness tendeth to life, so he that pursueth evil pursueth it to his own death. So, if you continue to dwell in sin, you're only walking down a path to your own downfall. You got to learn to. That's what people don't understand. People are all about doing whatever they want. But you can't just simply do what you want. There's rules to follow to life. Okay? And it's Yahweh Shem Shai's way. And if you refuse to hearken, well, woe is you. Okay, and that's all I had for this. Just wanted to see something here. That's all I have for part 2, but let's see. yeah, that's all I had for this, because this was just part 2 of my Sunday camp video. But I hope that it was edifying. So remember. In fact, I'll get this one script here. This is Proverbs 4:7. It says, "Wisdom is the principal thing. Therefore, get wisdom, and with all thy getting, get understanding." Okay. In verse 8, "Exalt her, and she shall promote thee. She shall bring thee to honor when thou doest embrace her." Okay. Verse 9, "She shall give to thine head an ornament of grace, a crown of glory shall she deliver to thee." Okay. So, that talking about her, it's talking about wisdom. When you look up the name Sophia in the etymology dictionaries, the name Sophia means wisdom. So, exalt Sophia. Honor her, treasure her, embrace her, because this right here is the woman you should be simping for. The women of this world are what's that one song? I know it's kind of silly to bring up, but it's called just a verse. The song is like, "Ain't no woman like the one I got." And that's I know it's kind of silly, but it's true. There ain't no woman like the one I got right here. No woman of this world compares to this one. But yes, so I hope that this was edifying. All praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rakak Wadash. Double honors and respect to the elders and to the apostles, the great millstone. Peace and blessing to all Akim that are preaching and teaching this word with 100% truth and sincerity. And to the men, women, and children that are listening and learning. And unto the Ba'ath HaDawadah, the elect house of David that is scattered abroad, I give you my utmost and sincere salutations. See you in the next lesson, Lord willing. Kwam Yasharallah, Wa Baba Bal, Shalom, Barakatam.